Handling of potentially unsafe products. What is the difference between a non-conforming product and an unsafe product? Products that do not comply with requirements are considered non-conforming. It may be unsafe to consume or not. Example: overripe fruit and vegetable. It may be a non-conforming product, depending which are the requirements, but it is not necessarily. Baked products that have a different taste. It may be a non-conformity product according to requirements, but not an unsafe product. Not all non-conforming products are unsafe, but all unsafe products are the non-conforming product. Generally, the standard requires the organization to act in order to prevent potentially unsafe products from entering the food chain. All non-conforming products shall be evaluated before a decision is taken regarding their release into the food chain. If the nonconformity relates to a CCP to a critical control point, so it's about the failure to remain within critical limits at a CCP. The product affected by this failure shall not be released. But the company has some options available. The first option is to reprocess or to further process the products affected, inside the company or outside, so that the food safety hazard is reduced to an acceptable level. The second option is to redirect the product for a different use than the initial one, but only if there is no food safety risk. An example of such repurposing can be animal feed, but only if there is no food safety risk. The third option is to destroy the product. If the nonconformity relates to an OPRP, so if it's about products that have been affected by the failure to meet the action criterion in an OPRP, then it is possible to release those products as safe if any of the following conditions apply. First condition: there is evidence, other than the monitoring system, that demonstrates that the control measures have actually been effective. Another condition is if there is evidence to show that the combined effect of the control measures for that specific case maintains the hazard within acceptable levels. The third condition that allows the release of the affected products as safe is if the results of sampling, analysis, or other verification demonstrate that the affected product complies with the acceptable levels for the food safety hazard. If there is a failure to meet the critical limit in a CCP, in a critical control point, then the products cannot be released as safe. They must be either reprocessed or repurposed in terms of their intended use or destroyed. Why is it still acceptable to release affected products as safe in case the nonconformity relates to an OPRP? Because usually the OPRPs are applied as combinations of control measures so that the failure of one control will only have a minor impact on food safety, as opposed to what is the situation in a CCP. Documented information shall be retained, of course, on the evaluation for release and on the decision taken by the company. And maintaining the product recalling system is a very important part of this process.